So, I stated last week that, or 2 weeks ago. So Mark Halperin said that Smirkanish's audience is more left of center and his is more right. I casted doubt on that. And then over the past couple of weeks, I've been looking at these poll results. I couldn't believe it. Like the the poll question on whether the 250th anniversary coins should just be the white men who founded this country actually turned out to be more yes. But as Michael said, if he put Trump in there, it'll flip on a dime. Pun intended. And yesterday's poll question, who has more of a chance of being president, AOC versus Vance? I'm like, of course it's Vance. Vance is already in the system. Vance is already much more palatable to most Americans than that radical AOC. You can imagine what my feelings are towards her. And AOC was ahead. Not by a little. And I thought to myself, wow, this audience really's got some fixing to do. Like, they are not stuck in the middle with me. That was what I had to say. Yeah. Simultaneous would be complicated, but as far as the happy hour, let me know. Let me know how I could be of assistance. I do want it to be sort of interactive. Maybe I could get in touch with him and tell him how to do call-ins like this. I don't know. Just brainstorm with me. Let me know how we can make the best of it. Let's look at that. What are you talking about here, Tammy? You can't be on Megyn Kelly's platform, be anything but right, even far right. She's expressed good sentiment towards Mark Halperin, for sure. Megyn's been going more and more right, but I think she's somewhat tolerant of dissent and those who don't agree with her. In a better spirit, Ben Shapiro was on Gavin Newsom's podcast. And you see, I don't know how somebody like Governor Newsom balances doing something like a highly produced podcast like that and being the governor of the state. He is tapping into a much younger generation. He's tapping into a much more current way of fundraising, of gaining emails, of gaining potential donors, small seed donors, or even bigger ones. So I guess it's a shift in the time. But it was an interesting episode between Ben Shapiro, someone who grew up in California and eventually moved out to DeSantis' Florida. So much more than the founding father. Yeah, there is so much more. But that's not what the poll question was asking. The poll question was asking, should the founding fathers be the only ones on those coins, or should, whatever, you could go back to it. But we know how you voted. But that wasn't the point I was making. The point I was making was where the sentiments of the Smirkanish audience lean. And boy, was it made clear. Pete, we know you love Vance, but he is much more palatable to the American voting populace than AOC. There's no debating that. None at all.